double bass. This is rock and roll.
Call the Alan Cox Show. 216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
$35192. Want to send me a text, AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch the live stream there and wherever you are in the iHeartRadio app. If you listen to the show from out of state, make sure that I know where you're doing that. I'll make sure that you're on our still in process map of bureau chiefs. Stevie Joe and Josh are bureau chiefs in St. Louis. Barron listens in Scroggins, Texas. Scott is in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Mark is one of our bureau chiefs down in Tampa. And Jeff listens to the show in Aiken, South Carolina. Guardians play tonight, a little bit early, 6:10 tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. Those are the last times they will play the Tampa Rays, speaking of, in the regular season. And then they'll end with a 6-game run against the Royals here at home. That is Friday through Wednesday of next week. And the postseason tickets are going to be on sale this Thursday at 2 o'clock. American League wildcard and divisional round tickets available to the general public Thursday at 2 o'clock. CLEGuardians.com/tickets. Of course, you'll hear all of it here on MMS. You know what else is exciting? Next Wednesday on WMMS, Cavaliers basketball.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are back with Donovan Mitchell and the other guys. And they're going to play the Philadelphia 76ers in Philadelphia, I believe. So preseason Cavaliers action. It's a fun time of year, too, because a lot of times you don't get October ball from the Guardians. So, well, you never have because they haven't been the Guardians. But you get that crossover where it's baseball and basketball this time of year. And all of it you'll hear, of course, as your flagship station for the Cleveland Guardians and the Cleveland Cavaliers. You'll hear all of it here on WMMS. By the way, if you want to go way back with the Guardians, Indians, ESPN is airing a Louis Sockalexis 30 for 30 tonight. It's called The Deerfoot of the Diamond. And a lot of people, Louis Sockalexis his career was very brief, but diehard Cleveland Indians fans know that he was credited with the name change to the Indians. He was a Native American baseball player who, again, didn't last very long, but he was a big deal when he got to Cleveland. People who hated the name change, by the way, love to bring up Louis Sockalexis. It was an homage to him. Was it the one guy on the team who, they were the Cleveland Spiders, of course. And he was a Native American from Maine and played ball in Massachusetts, came to the Cleveland Spiders and made a little bit of history here. He only played for 3 seasons. He drank a lot. And in a few years, he was out of baseball altogether. So ESPN 30 for 30 about him tonight at 8 o'clock for anybody who cares about that. You think that the Cleveland Spiders fans flipped out over the name change to the Indians?
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
It's what I grew up with.
My childhood.
I'm a lifelong Spiders fan.
My dad was bit by a spider.
Yeah, my dad worked in silk production. It's supposed to honor the arachnids of Northeast Ohio. So anyway, that's up there tonight. If you do listen on the iHeartRadio app, you can always leave us messages there on the talkback button.
Hi, Dom from Canton. Alan, you glorious bastard. I've been watching the Netflix series about Jeffrey Dahmer using your 10-second trick. What a great idea. Pure genius. I'm a changed man. Hate the show. Bye.
You know, it's rare that a genius is recognized in his own time. But I'm so gratified that more and more people are hitting me up and saying, hey, I dismissed you, as geniuses often are. I dismissed you as a nut, as a crank, as a ne'er-do-well.
A tough.
To quote my friend Gary Gallman, how often do well? Ne'er. Do well. Anywho, and now I'm awash in accolades from people who are like, oh my God, this 10-second forwarding. They give it to you. You don't even have to approximate. It's right there. They want you to do it. They give you a 10-second back if you happen to miss something, and they give you the 10-second forward.
I wish.
That's why it's there. And if anybody else, by the way, is watching this Dahmer thing on Netflix, it's intense, man.
It's a lot. My boyfriend finished it in like 2 days.
This Evan Peters, this kid is good, man. And
he's
they
good
shoot
when he's playing someone that's just I mean, he's actually very good in everything.
Well,
but
he has said
he has a specialty with playing disturbed white men.
He has said, I want to play every whacked out character there is.
It's got to be fun.
But he seems like a guy too where it might be hard to get that out of your head after a while too. He was on Mayor of Easttown for people who watch that with Kate Winslet on HBO. He plays her partner who ends up getting killed.
Well, he started with American Horror Story.
Yeah.
That blew him up.
That's why Ryan Murphy likes him so much.
And then he's been in pretty much all the seasons of that playing various whacked out characters. But then he can also play charming quite well, or just, someone. He's Quicksilver in the X-Men movies.
Yeah, right.
And he steals the scene whenever he's on screen as Quicksilver.
He was in, they crossed him into WandaVision because of that.
Yeah.
He was engaged to Emma Roberts for a little while. She's cute. But, this Dahmer, the whole thing's shot with like this urine-colored gel, and it
looks very yellow.
Yes,
it looks
it's
very
so
yellow.
creepy, but he's so good in it. And of course, so much of Dahmer's history is here, not far from here, So they have these big title cards when they're switching scenes. Bath, Ohio, 1991. And his dad is still alive. His dad, Lionel Dahmer, is still alive, still living with the woman he married after Dahmer's mom. They live in Seville, Ohio, which is not far away. Huh?
I said they can't be like, just,
well, I mean,
everything just gets rehashed again.
Well, I feel worse for the victims' families because, these things get dropped and the victims' families are like, cool, well, let's do this all over again then.
Mm-hmm.
And, and just a small pet peeve, I don't like that they have the name Dahmer in the title of the show twice.
Why?
That's silly. It's called Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. I'm like, you already got it in there.
Yeah.
No?
Dahmer Monster?
I don't think it matters. Dahmer Monster.
You don't think it matters?
No.
Da Monster. Da Monster.
Da Monster.
Da Monster. So, Jeremiah, right next door at Kiss FM, was kind enough to send me a little thing here about not only are victims' families upset at this, at kind of not glamorizing Dahmer. It is a story to be told, but it's also been told a bunch of times. Not only in documentary form, but, it seems to me that when you go to the fictionalized version of the Jeffrey Dahmer story, there's probably a lot of other things you've missed along the way.
Wasn't there a movie not even 5 years ago or 10 years ago?
My Friend Dahmer.
Yeah.
From the cartoon. The graphic novel that the dude, Durf Backdurf or whatever.
Yeah, James Lynch or something like that played it.
Ross Lynch.
Ross Lynch,
the kid
sorry.
from Austin and Alley. Yeah, he played. And that was good too. But they got a real Dahmer boner. And I mean, again, people are watching it. I'm watching it.
There was I don't know if it's the original one, but the one from 2002. It was just called Dahmer. I saw that at 11 years old, and my sister and I were talking about it the other day about how much, because she was only 7 or 8 when we watched that. My mom watched it, and for whatever reason was like, "This will be fine for you guys to also watch."
It's just about a serial killer.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
And
It's just
She's in the
right up the
mushroom
road
bed.
from here.
That's
Dude.
kinda, that's,
Yeah, she likes mushrooms.
It's all Isn't it all falling into place
a
now?
little bit.
Yeah.
But we were talking about how both of us had one of the scenes in that movie Dahmer like imprinted on our brains where he's like, I don't know if I could say the word.
He's
Yeah?
roasting someone?
No.
He's ramming someone?
But
He's sodomizing someone.
Sodomizing, sure, yes.
Orally?
No.
Rectally.
Rectally.
I think we've properly danced around it. He's rectally sodomizing someone. Hello, ma'am. Heinen's is just up the street.
Did it damn near kill him? No. He was dead the whole time.
He was the whole time.
Well, no, he was someone he drugged in a club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's in like a back room of a
Yeah, he
club.
drugged all these dudes.
But I'm 11 watching this, and the way that they get away with it, he's naked, and then you just see like the top of the dude's head and his back, and then there's like strobe lights of him like climaxing, so you see his face. And I remember me and my sister both were like, that affected
What is
us
happening?
so
Yeah.
right, because even at 11 I was like, I feel like this isn't something I should see.
Mary had to have disco lights on for years after that every time a boy would come over. Well, not only are victims' families mad, but of course, in the social media age, people just go back and dig everything up. And Katy Perry had a song about 10 years ago called Dark Horse, and there was a Jeffrey Dahmer lyric in it. She doesn't sing it, but whoever she had rippity rapping on the track with her. Juicy J is the guy. And there's just a throwaway Dahmer line, and people are all pissed off about it now.
She's a beast. I call her karma. She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer.
She'll eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I forgot, not that I don't listen to the radio, but I don't listen that deep.
I mean, you don't listen to this show that you're on, so it doesn't surprise me.
Bill.
Bill and neither.
I'm saying when I'm in the car, I'm singing along with the songs. I'm not really diving deep into the lyrics. I didn't even, I've heard that song hundreds of times. Never even occurred to me there's a Jeffrey Dahmer lyric. It's like elevator music. Like it's there, it plays.
But it is also kind of, I think artists should be able to do whatever they want to do. It is gross, though.
Eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer.
The guy killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's why the latest episode, I think we're only on maybe number 6. I'm sure Brian will
He already finished
affirm
it.
this. I know, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an episode where they do. I wish they had done the whole thing more from the perspective of the victims. They don't really do that. It's not gory. They cut away from a lot of the bloody stuff.
Thank God.
But there's one episode about Tony, I forget what the guy's name was, Tony Rigby or something, who was deaf.
Yeah,
One of the
that's
guys
episode
Dahmer
I
killed was
just
deaf.
watched.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
Because you're like, maybe he gets away. And then you're like, no,
He
he
wouldn't
didn't
be
get
in there if he
he's,
got away.
He's one of the guys. Well, the first guy, the very last guy does.
Yeah.
But
What pisses me off, and I'll cover it because this is what my podcast is
oh,
on.
you will?
Yes. What pisses me off is the fact that they could have saved a bunch of people had they listened to the black women. Like the black women knew something was up. They alerted the cops. You want to understand why black people don't trust the police or don't like the police. Stuff like that right there. This one was like, something's going on. This whole
You're right.
floor
It
stinks.
smells.
There's a boy, not a man, running out of his apartment that looks 14,
Naked. Yeah.
Yep.
naked, can't stand up, can't form a sentence, and the cop gonna send him right back in there because the white man is to be trusted.
I'm so
It just
happy,
pissed
by
me
the
off.
way. I'm so happy that Niecy Nash is having her moment.
Mm-hmm.
She's in this Dahmer. She's in this new TV show they're advertising. She's, a lot of people remember from Reno 911, but she's dynamite in all this stuff. Jeremy Renner played Dahmer in that movie you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That scene sticks out to me like no other because I'm just like, this is not how sex should be.
But if you go back and
for
see
yourself,
those,
Mary.
if you see those interviews with Lionel Dahmer, this poor man. I mean, he's just
His dad?
Yes.
What are you supposed to say?
Well, right.
He's your son and he kills and eats people.
Yeah.
Like,
I
he's
wish
still
he
your
was
son.
never
He's
alone.
like, yeah, but I'm not thrilled about it.
Right. I don't really like it.
Like,
I feel like I'm all this stuff. I feel like I'm taking time away from hot celebrity goss.
oh, I got some hot goss.
Do you have any?
Oh, I got
Oh, okay.
loads
Perez
of
Bilton
it.
does.
Piles. What do you want?
Well, keeping in the theme, loads.
Loads. Yeah,
Yeah.
loads of hot goss.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
Oh, very exciting.
All right, let's start things off with Rachel Dolezal. You remember her. She is the white lady that has been posing as a black lady for years. And
She was on this show.
We talked about how she has an OnlyFans account now.
Wait, we did?
I think we did.
Yes, we did.
We did.
We talked about Rachel Dolezal's OnlyFans?
Well, she has an OnlyFans, and some of the pictures
this is news to me.
leaked. And she said that one of the things that she likes about her OnlyFans account is that she's able to showcase Rihanna's lingerie line.
Inside sources.
And we'll get to that in a second. But a few of the pictures leaked, and I'm actually pretty impressed at how even her spray tan is. And according to inside sources, Dolezal, who is a white woman that identifies as African American, also is a little bit different. She identifies below the waist as an Arby's Big Montana.
Inside sources.
Do they still have the Big Montana? No. What a great grab. The Big Montana.
I love a Big Montana.
Oh, man. Nobody's going to top that today.
Oh, I should have done that last time. But, well, Hailey Bieber is making an appearance on the popular podcast Call Her Daddy. It's coming out later this week, and in this episode, she's going to address the rumors that she stole Justin Bieber from Selena Gomez, which we all know she did because Justin has no agency at all. He's just a victim of the matriarchy. And according to inside sources, Selena Gomez has an upcoming Apple Plus documentary coming out. And she's going to confirm the rumor that she is actually a Pez dispenser that just made a wish to become a real girl.
Inside sources.
And that's why
Big
she's
Montana.
so skinny
Yeah.
and has a giant head.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it. And then finally, Shakira's hips don't lie, but her tax returns do. A judge in Spain has charged the booty-shaking singer of tax fraud and says she owes about $14 million in back taxes. And if she doesn't pay up, she might end up in jail. But according to inside sources, Shakira is taking these charges serious, but was caught off guard because when it comes to the taxes, she pays them whenever, both are filed together.
Inside sources.
That caught me off guard.
This is Hot Celebrity Gossip with Perez, Bilton. Ooh.
By the way, I thought that whole Shakira thing was taken care of. I thought that, like, they go, she's fine, she'll...
I don't know, I'm just going to graze these out. I just go, hey, what's in the news? There it is.
No, you're right. I saw it this morning. They were like, oh, she's going to go to trial and all this. I'm like, I thought this whole thing got... Like, last week, I thought the story was they dropped the charges and all this stuff.
No, they want their money. I guarantee.
But
I guarantee
I must have missed something because I thought for sure I read an article last week that were like, yeah, she'll pay a fine or something, but she's not going to prison. Now they're like, they want to throw her in the clink.
She's not.
They just want more money from her. They want that $14 million.
Yeah, because if you're late on your taxes or you have back taxes, do you have to pay taxes on the taxes?
You pay interest.
Mm-hmm.
Really? You pay interest on back taxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how much interest?
Compounded interest. They go, this is how much you owe. Like, if you this whole thing with you losing your weight, and if you don't do it, you got to pay Mary the $500.
Yep.
It's going to be plus interest.
Yeah.
If you do it,
Absolutely
if you do it, she's Mary's a predatory lender. Maybe you didn't know that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's how payment plans work. Interest.
No.
Yes.
I'm saying
Compounded weekly by Mary. You heard her. 48% interest.
Yeah.
I'm going to call the Better Business Bureau on you.
Yeah, Triple B ain't going to help you. This is the
Sorry,
state of Ohio, son. They don't care about predatory lenders.
Nope. And I'm a woman. I'm a small business owner.
Yeah,
Yes.
You heard of Santora LLC?
that's right. She's selling her own appliances. She got a company called Predatory Blenders.
Mm-hmm.
My double minority trumps your double minority.
What's my double part?
You're a woman and you're poor.
Ah.
I don't know if you knew
You're
this.
a triple?
Being poor does not make you a minority.
Actually,
Right.
most of us.
Alan, the crazy thing about that Dahmer show is his dad is played by the dad from Step Brothers. Richard Jenkins is the
God.
poor guy can't raise any good kids in the movies. He went from boats and hoes to fingers and toes.
Do you think
Very good.
Do you think they're going to eventually start making school shooter movies and documentaries?
I hope not.
I mean, they made one about Columbine. Columbine was
Like a Kyle Rittenhouse documentary, you mean? I mean, I know it's not a school shooting, but like mass shooters.
Yeah.
Well, I was just reading about, you might not even remember, I have to go to a break here, but you might not even remember the name Michael Carneal. He's all grown up now, but he was basically like one of the first major school shooters. 1997, he killed 3 kids in Kentucky. This was at, I remember this. It was in Paducah, Kentucky. And then about a year later, these 2 other dudes in Jonesboro, Arkansas, killed a bunch of people. And I think one of those dudes is dead. And then Columbine was the year after that. They denied parole for this Michael Carneal. He was like, yeah, I heard a lot of voices when I was in high school that told me to kill people. I hear voices now, I just ignore them. And the victim's families are like, oh, great. Well,
glad you got over that.
Yeah, happy that all worked out for you, but no parole for rock and roll or anyone else involved in this. I got a break. I'll have those, Cleveland Beer Week. They're doing Night at the Brewseum. Beer Week's not till the 14th of October, but I'll get you a couple of passes here to get you salivating and prepared for Cleveland Beer Week. We'll do that coming back. 35192 if you want to text.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device. Just tell it to play the